shodo-x!
Hey guys, welcome to the 44th episode of the Soda Pop Podcast. As always, I'm your host, Frozen Stratos. Here with me today we have...
Hey, it's Josh.
Everybody jump!
Guys, jump for joy. We have the full cast.
Yes.
We finally got all of us together. It is a little later in the week, but we have a lot of news to cover. We had some...
And not a lot of time to do it.
Had a lot of time to do it. We have some Kiramager news that we didn't cover last week, and we have some our standard 01 blog. And for our topic, we're going to be discussing the very sad news around the Amazon pre-orders that some of you may have been privy to. But before we do any of that, I'd like to take a moment of silence for the potential Ryusoldier toys that we probably won't be getting. So guys, if you will join me. Alright, I guess that's good enough. So...
That's the most I've ever cared about Ryusoldier in that time frame.
I still remember when Corey said, really the only reason that I have to look forward to Ryusoldier's new Yudo toys is the candy.
Straight up, yeah.
Yeah, I've got all this old candy.
And it wasn't even like a slam against it or anything. It was just, no, this is the only thing I'm looking forward to.
Yeah. I have all the good kind of old candy that Corey likes in my dorm, and I don't know what to do with it.
Crush it up and make a waffle.
We got reveals for Shodo-x, which is technically a new line. It's a new subline or subheading for the line. We don't know too much about this line just yet, other than the things that are in it. Like, we didn't get a product breakdown from the blog proper, so I am looking forward to seeing what's up with these, like what sort of hot fixes that we didn't notice yet. But so far, all that we're getting in the set are the main 5: red, blue, yellow, green, pink, and then an accessory set. There are changes to the mold that we see that we can look at and see, not something that maybe we might get a more detailed breakdown of in the blog. There are shoulder pads that are on hinges so they can move out of the way. And we have a new waist joint on these guys. So that's
Very
pretty
nice.
exciting.
Are the hands, have they always been ball jointed?
That's another thing. They have not been. They've only ever been pegs, and they have been... let me verify this before I
Did the
say
Ryusoldier ones have swappable hands?
The Ryusoldier ones and the Lupat ones had swappable hands.
Oh, okay. I couldn't remember if Yudo had done that.
Actually, even the Q Rangers had swappable hands.
Oh, okay.
I want to say that Q Ranger introduced that with the final form for the Red Ranger.
That's right. Yes.
Yeah, but they were always on pegs, so it was always technically swappable. Well, actually, I think regular red had a slightly angled fist. So I think swappable hands were always in the DNA of Yudo.
Makes sense.
I am wondering. Sorry, let me grab my guys here. Okay, yeah, they've always had the upper thigh swivel, so that's not new. But yeah, like I said, we didn't get a blog breakdown, so this is really all we can just sort of glean off of these images. The weapons in the accessory set are a little disappointing. Sure, we're getting one set of hands for everyone, one set of open hands for everyone, but we get one sword, 2 regular blasters, and 1 blaster that combines with the sword.
Yeah, it is a weird lineup.
Yeah.
It is. Honestly, I fail to see why this wasn't just like, oh, I don't know, like maybe
like
just a sword, a gun.
Or...
Well, see, I assume like we didn't get an extra sword because it's, you know, probably too much plastic. I don't know how else they would have like divided everything up.
I get the distinct feeling that what they basically decided to do was, let's just make weapons for the Red Ranger.
I mean, and then 2 guns? Like,
I think what they should have done is, because I think if I remember correctly from the magazine scans, is that like Red mainly uses the combined one, and they kind of like how Gokaiger did it with like 2 of them having swords, 2 of them having guns. So, or like primarily. So I think if they would have just included 1 more sword, I think this would have been a really like perfect pack. So that way everyone has something.
I assumed that there was a variation with the guns.
No. There isn't like a combined. Like no one would get everything. In Josh's scenario, because there is a gun that combines, but it is not combined. Like it combines with the existing sword. So it's like 3 total guns and 1 sword. If you add 1 sword, not everyone gets a weapon. You're probably gonna miss out on 1 person. Well, I mean, weird. What I would have liked is if we just had just one mold for the sword or for the gun, and you could leave that peg in. That's fine. This is a candy toy. I don't know what the X is supposed to denote, but this is a candy toy, so I'd be fine. That would be a concession I'd be fine with. And you add 2 swords and then 2 of those guns with a hole in it. I think I'd be more fine with that layout, because like then you could just buy 1 more extra accessory pack and you'd be good to go.
Right.
I think, yeah, because like that would be technically 4 swords and 4 guns total if you did that. If they attempted that, I would have been more fine with this. But do we know that this is all that's like in it? Like,
I don't know
are
what else
these
would be
images usually indicative? Okay. Because I guess it would just be weird to
I feel
have
like
the guns.
I feel like the 2 modes that they have for their promotional images is we don't know any of the contents, or we know all of the contents.
That's fair. Yeah. So, honestly, this is a bit upsetting. Well, actually...
Well, not necessarily, because with the case breakdown, you might get more.
I was about to say, you're just gonna have to hope that the case breakdown works in your favor.
That's another interesting thing that I found only on on Tokulectables. I think someone brought it up in the Toy Sightings thread on the Discord. Let me see if I can find it so I can properly give them. Oh yeah, so Zamoibi. It's like zombie but scrambled up. Zamoibi in the Discord. There was a pre-order up for the Kiramager set, but it was a set and not a box. It had 1 of each thing. Like it says, set includes 6 pieces.
Oh, that's exactly what I was looking for.
Right. But
because that's why I pre-ordered the mini plus set, is because I didn't have to get duplicates.
Right, exactly. But the thing is, I think it was the same price if you just imported a whole box. Of 12.
Well, that's disappointing.
I think I just went for the box of 12, but like even if best case scenario it does have 2 accessory packs, you're only getting 2 swords.
See, Yudo is tricky because unlike Soto, where I know I also don't collect a ton of that, I would like to. Yudo is something that doesn't exactly interest me in terms of collecting it, because first of all, they have yet to prove that they'll finish a series.
Yeah.
They failed 3 times in a row on that. I know Kiramager was like a trial run, and I don't really count that. But
trial.
And then the thing about just Sentai figures in general is that it's tricky, because you never really know if you'll be able to get these as Power Ranger figures sometime in the future.
Yeah, so honestly,
it's kind of weird.
That is precisely what scares me. That's why I nab as many of these as I can.
Right, which I totally get it. Like you'll at least be able to make the core team. They'll always get that out.
Right. And I mean, Sentai isn't really one to like. They'll use different forms, but in terms of like the definitiveness of something, final forms just aren't as prevalent.
Yeah, right. Besides
in
Reds.
Sentai. Yeah. So I don't know. I'm more fine just having the base level team. Like, as much as I can poo-poo on Ryusoulger not getting to like the really fun stuff that I want.
Right, or like the obscure things like Ryusoul Brown or something.
Yeah,
which I mean technically could have been pretty easy because it's just a repaint of Geisolg, but
right, or a re. I guess it's not really paint. It's more like, I guess it's not a remold either. Never mind. The thing with that is like, that's accidentally skipping on what could potentially be a different character. We don't know yet.
Yeah, that's true.
But if it does end up being Nada, then I am kind of fine with
because then it's more kind of like a form than its own thing.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'd be more fine with that. But if it's a completely different character, which I assume it's gonna be, then I don't know. That rubs me the wrong way.
Yeah, I totally understand that. Max Ryusoul Red is really the most disappointing thing.
That is genuinely upsetting.
Because that's just so good.
Yeah, and considering the sort of cape mantle thing that came from the new sword, the fact that doesn't have representation,
in
like
anything,
it is such a pivotal thing in the show.
Right. At least like a figure with like Gold having it or something, since he kind of seems to be the main user.
Right. And like it would be such an easy, like, between the three of us, we could probably predict what that case should have been, because you have a red in there, in the final form, and then you can repack
it's
a
disappointing
gold
mainly due to, and once again not counting Kiramager because of just how behind they were because of what they were doing, but Lupat and Ryusoulger really both could have pretty much got everything out with just one more set.
I'm wondering if there really is like not enough drive behind those sales to push it past a third wave.
I don't know.
That could honestly be the case, and since
the classic thing we've been saying is, it seems like mecha are the things that sell in Sentai. Right.
Same, yeah, and like I've said this multiple times, but like Yudo is pretty much the what is it, the Ride Plus equivalent. Like, it is extra stuff. This isn't like the main
that makes sense
thing.
Because Sentai is like,
it's just supposed to be a side thing along with the mini plot line.
Yeah, right? Wasn't there some previous Sentai series where it was like a wave of items, like one of them was a mecha, and then like as a bonus one of them was just a figure?
I know they do that. They used to do that, like whenever Silver Ranger or like an extra Ranger would come out.
Gold.
It would be, it would be that figure plus like the changer and the weapon in mini plot form. Like that it took a slot of the mini plot changers.
Yeah, I guess that really says it all about the priority of figures.
Yeah.
So, I understand it. That's just how Sentai has been.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean it's not any less disappointing, but
Oh yeah, it sucks. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
I get the feeling that I think we might have also said this before. I get the feeling that whoever's working on Yudo is at least trying, because like I'm looking at these now, it's like, oh, they're doing the hinged shoulder pads. That makes sense. They've got ball jointed hands now. They are trying stuff.
Oh, absolutely.
I know it's
the Kiramagers look really good.
Yeah, it's strange to see them pull so hard like toward the beginning of each wave for something like, oh hey, this is all brand new, this is some really cool stuff. I mean, like, it must be.
I don't want to
trying to. Okay.
I don't want to like discredit them or anything, but it is, and I know we've discussed this many times too, but it is disappointing when you get to the end of the series like this and they didn't get through everything, and we got Ryusoul Red and Gold multiple times.
Yeah, but that's the thing. You even what is it? since Soto has half and half bodies, it makes sense to like put out armors.
Right.
Armor packs and all that stuff.
The Ryusoldier like oddly
else...
fit into that kind of Soto like style.
Yeah, but like what else are you gonna put? Like what else can you have unless you pack in the extra reds and golds?
Right. I mean, I understand why it happened, but
yeah. I mean, I feel like if they could, they wouldn't. Like, if they were able to, they wouldn't add those extra things in.
Yeah.
Unless absolutely necessary. And I think they were absolutely necessary. And, like, you can't do something like Soto where, like, oh, hey, first wave only has some of them. Second wave only has the next few. I mean, technically for Kiramager, if they broke up the show a little bit in, like, the two little teams they already have, red, green, yellow, and then blue and pink in their own... Yudo 2.
Yeah,
I think that could have worked.
That's fair. Yeah.
They could have gotten you more weapons.
Right, but the thing is...
But what's weird about that is, like, what else would you replace it with?
Yeah, but on top of that, Yudo just doesn't release as frequently as...
That's true, yeah, because this comes out in... Because I don't think we said it yet. It comes out in May.
Yeah, no, actually it comes out... It comes out in April, but Google Translate translates every other month to May. I don't know what
April
that's all about. So
that's right. That's right, because they wanted to celebrate my birthday 11 months of the year instead of one month of the year.
So the new Google translated candy toy calendar is 1 May Suki, May.
This feels like an Akiba Ranger arc.
That's not how the calendar goes?
Oh, yes and. So, yeah, this was our Kiramager discussion. Yes. I'm excited for these, but this, obviously this could have a better lineup, but, what are we going to do?
All I was going to add is the mini paw looks pretty good.
Yes, they do. Yeah. That's why I pre-ordered.
I'm honestly interested in it, mostly because I'm wondering if it will scale well with the DX like carrier like base display.
I know
thing.
you love that thing.
I do, and like the DX ones, they look fine in there. Like they look really good. It looks like a lot of fun. But if they were smaller and scaled a little better,
and you could fit more of them
could you
in
imagine the fun? You could fit so many more. You could store so many toys in there.
I mean, like I have been interested in mini pop before, but I never really got into it. I don't own any, but I was looking at it and I'm like, yeah, it has all the clear plastic. Oh, yeah, I don't have to get any extras. Oh, no, I bought it.
Oh, no! I am...
You know what's...
And, this sort of lends credence to what I was saying about this being the Soto for Sentai. Because, oh, hey, we recognize people don't want to rebuy some stuff or just don't want extras. We'll make a set. Because...
I mean, mini-ply, I could argue extras could be useful for displaying different combinations later on. Sure.
But then you had things like Lupat, where Pat Kaiser just comes with the extra good buddy or whatever that was called.
Good striker. Good buddy. Hey, good buddy.
But I was also going to make the joke that I guess they can't do the clear plastic variant for Kiramager.
Oh, they are.
I mean, they could, like, fully clear. Just don't paint.
Are they?
Yeah, they already announced that.
Oh.
It's a
it's just like everything is clear plastic?
Yeah, it's like a lottery prize thing.
Yeah, because there is gray and black plastic in there, so
they figured it out.
Yeah.
But yeah,
now I just want to see if they're going to do really a mini pla.
I was going to say is that looks really good. It does the alternate modes, like the combining blue and pink.
Oh, and yes, yeah.
You know what makes these really tempting is that you can find them under $20.
Yes, that's why I bought.
Man, you keep selling these to me. Incidentally, I kind of really want it.
I mean, I don't know, Corey. I like turned my head and it was accidentally pre-ordered, so I watch out.
Oh yeah. Hey, if you turn your head again, oh shoot, DHL got it to you a week ago.
You know, I'm gonna wait until episode 1 and see how I feel about it.
That's fair. Yeah. Jinx, you owe me a soda pop. Hey.
That's why we're here.
Yeah, exactly. So this looks good. Let's. Do we have anything else on this?
I don't think so.
No. Cool.
Let's go from diamonds to metal.
Yes.
Let's do that. Hey, you transitioned us. Tell us what this next thing is all about.
It's high quality. So we got our look at AI06 with 01 and metal cluster hopper.
Yes. And it looks
that
so
looks
good.
Really good. There's so few places where it looks like they're stickers.
Like, not only does the figure look amazing, but like, until this past week, I mean, I always liked the look of the form, but then like just seeing like it in motion, I was like, oh, this is such a good form. And then seeing the Soda figure just like nail it 100%, so good.
I know, and like they straight up admitted like, hey, this is the main character, so we gave it the paint budget, like most of the paint budget.
And it definitely shows.
Guys, we did something careless again.
Yeah.
But
they did
us,
say,
we just
like,
can't stop ourselves.
So they said, I'm assuming, let me read this. Since it is the most important character in AI06, we paint with energy and cost. Mm-hmm. So, I know, for sure, I'm fully banking on more Geo stuff. I assume with cost means either it's expensive to make, so we poured extra into the set, or we took it out from someone else.
I just assumed it could be honestly a bit of both.
Could be, yeah. We took it from someone else, and there still wasn't enough money left, so we threw more money in.
Could be.
You know, I will say Skiyomi is probably easy to do on a lower budget.
That's true.
Like, she doesn't have that many colors.
You know, it also could be. This could be the set that we get the the other movie stuff, because those did reuse parts from Bloodstock and Night Rogue.
I agree.
Oh, those movie guys. I was about to say, are you implying that they're also going to do Over Quartzer in this set?
Oh, no, I don't think that would be in this set. Those are going to be a budget in of itself. So.
Yeah, exactly.
But to what you were saying about Tsukiyomi, I'm assuming that like there's going to be a lot of plastic cost for the cape. Something tells me they want to make it PVC,
and they need a female Geo mode.
Yeah, exactly. It's a brand new mold.
That's true.
So there are probably a lot more costs associated with that, and I figure like almost all the things we're missing from Geo are going to be brand new molds.
Yeah. Now that you mentioned, I was just thinking just how incompatible Valkyrie is with everything. I just realized, oh yeah, there's not a single part on her that's going to be like reused.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The Jiku driver.
Yeah.
That's it.
So they just have to sort of eat that cost. So yeah, this guy took a lot of the paint budget. He looks beautiful. The thing that made it slightly easier for them was they said it's really just
quality.
simple. Like they put the paint on over simple pieces, so it was easier for them to do. And yeah, this looks really good. I'm only noticing maybe like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I just noticed
7,
like
8, 9, 10,
the
11
leg ones
total
and
stickers.
the weapon.
Yeah, exactly. Oh yeah, I forgot the weapon. Josh, why don't you? Ow. Yeah,
what did you do,
talk
Corey?
about the weapon? No, for whatever reason my clapper goes off because I just have one from Christmas.
Right.
I don't know. It recognizes literally any sound.
That's fun.
Oh, it's wonderful. If I turn around in bed slightly and the springs make a different sound, it registers it as 2 claps.
3 synchronizing claps in.
Stop! Hey, Josh, why don't you talk about this sword?
So we have this sword for Metal Cluster Hopper. It is definitely a sword. It's an interesting design for sure. Soto, of course, captured it perfectly. One thing I really got to give it to them is I love that there's still like a part of the handle like underneath that or through the hand, I guess is the way to describe that. Because that was kind of one of my biggest complaints with the whatever his sword is called from his base form that I'm blanking on, attached caliber.
Yeah.
So that was like one of my biggest, not really complaints, but just kind of minor issues with that. But they nailed it here. You have like the whole like part at the bottom. I can't remember if they showed it combining with the attached caliber like it does on the show.
I didn't see it.
Yeah, they did not put that here.
I assume that it can do that. I don't see why it wouldn't.
I genuinely do not know how it attaches, so
it actually is in a weird way that I think would even break the deluxe toys, to be honest. It attaches in the Progrise key slot.
Oh, that's not safe.
No.
That is absolutely the least safe that could possibly be.
Like that part that is extending from his hand, like at the end of the handle, that just slots into the Progrise key slot on the attached caliber.
Ooh, I hate that.
And that's how you combine them.
I hate that a lot. Oh,
yeah, it's
man.
interesting.
I'm sure it will be like an alternate piece.
Yeah, probably. Because I'm not seeing anything here that would show that. I just don't know what it would come with. Maybe another figure in the wave it would just get thrown in there.
And that's the thing. We were not shown like the sort of layout picture, so that might actually be included with him.
That's true. They just didn't show it. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
possible. Also, props to them.
I haven't seen the latest episodes. Have they done that in the show?
No, not yet.
Not yet.
That's probably why.
This sword itself, I can't remember I don't think it was in the show last week.
It was not.
It was
they
not.
They said it here. Hereafter, unused items in the main part will appear. Please note on your note beforehand.
Yeah, okay. Now that I've asked that question, I just realized, oh yeah, that actually releases a little bit later.
But I can tell you that they showed it off in the pictures. Just like in the show, you can blow off the Southerner. Just like in the show.
What?
Blow off the Southerner.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. That's our title now? I have a feeling that's going to be maybe a bit... That's going to be a bit controversial. But
Also,
if
you...
it's funny enough for me now.
If you scroll up above that, you have in parentheses, sound of neck break.
We could use that. I don't know. Which one? We'll talk about it
But
later.
then you go up before that and you have parentheses, sound of grabbing the neck.
That... Oh... These are different levels of yikes.
And then also above that you have Souther blow, also not through.
We'll figure something out. I want to use something, but we'll see.
So,
hey,
go ahead. All I was going to add about the blade is that I haven't. The other reason I was going to ask if it has been used in the show yet is because it feels a little bit smaller than I thought it might be.
That's fair.
I just think that's all perspective for now. Like, it does seem a little. We'll see.
It's weird because it's kind of like how. Because I agree, it does look a little tiny here. It's weird because it looks small for this weapon, and then Thouser's weapon still just looks really big for me.
Yeah, that's my kind of weapon right there.
Yeah, you gotta love a big Thouser.
So, are we good on Cluster Hopper?
Cluster? Yes, we're good on Cluster.
Thanks, Josh. Thank you
welcome.
so much. Hey, did you know that Soto Chronicle O's was the best-selling Chronicle series ever.
Good job,
Yes,
Brian.
the Gata Kiriba, I know it.
Because you gotta Kiri buy it.
And it was all of the blog posts recreating Gatakiriba that made the sales go up that high.
It was just someone trying to display every single combo.
No, you know what? It was just D-Man buying those more times.
That's
it
it.
was all him. He's the one that made it the best-selling
That was,
comic.
What they didn't tell you is it actually only sold like 5 more copies than Double. But who knows? Who knows?
Well, it came after Double, so it checks out. Anyway,
Yeah.
don't worry about me, but I did some math at one point with the O set. I was like, I wonder how many boxes you would have to buy to display every combo in wave one.
Don't say it to Corey. He'll do it.
No,
It was
the stickers.
It was something like 5 to 12 boxes. I can't remember what the exact number I landed on was.
That is insane. But
As Corey adds
on the
5 to 12
upside,
boxes to his order.
on the upside, 1, you get ton of hands, ton of Ankh hands. 2,
Hands for days.
there aren't stickers for the individual combos, so I am fully
there are.
not buying. Huh?
Yeah, you got individual metal stickers and a blank driver.
No. I just meant stand stickers.
Ah,
It's the stand stickers I live and die by.
It gets displayed if
enough.
it has a separate stand.
Exactly.
well, one sticker that I'm definitely not gonna live and die by is the one for TajaDor, not TajaDor.
Yes.
Yeah. Tajad. Wait, does it really say TajaDor?
I'm assuming it does, just because that's the official spelling.
Okay. Because we have seen Tajadol before.
And we've
looking
seen
through the post,
we only
I don't
recent-
see it either way.
I only recently learned that Tamashi combo ends with a Y.
Oh no,
Why?
That's not okay.
that's wrong.
That's not okay.
This is wrong.
But you know what is okay? You know what's better than okay?
This figure.
We talked about the Tajador combo, and they could have easily just reused the parts from the Soto Geo set, but they didn't. They improved the body on it.
This figure looks so good.
It does. Like in
Corey?
the initial images, I was planning, like, from that information from the initial images, I was like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, I'm definitely just gonna swap out certain bits of these from my original one because it has more paint. But there are some hot fixes in this that are completely missing from that, so I can't do that.
Yeah, Corey, the way you hype this up, this is literally what I was telling everyone that I know who doesn't follow Soto. It's like they could have easily just reused this body with no changes.
I know.
Also,
like,
Corey, are you gonna get a separate belt to display the cracked Taka metal?
there are actually extras from the one I
okay.
already have.
Good. There
Yeah,
you go.
so it's perfect.
Oh, the
Yeah.
wings.
So screw you, Josh.
Ha!
Trying to get me.
You bet I am.
Yeah, so the arms, the forearm wings, they are tilted up a little bit more and are sharper. Like, a lot of these fixes and changes are tilted up a bit more and sharper. Same thing
that
happened
makes sense.
to what was that?
No, I agree. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Same thing happened to the shin wings, as well as, like, the little gem on the knee. That got, like, less mushed up. And, like, the side-by-side images, like, everything just looks way crisper.
Mm-hmm.
It's such small details that it kind of makes you go, oh, I didn't even know that was inaccurate.
Yeah, or at least, it's...
I mean, it's not really inaccurate. It just looks cleaner.
Yeah, and it's, it's like that toy thing. Back in, what was it, the 70s? Kids were fine when their Luke Skywalker looked like a baby-faced thing. Because it was Luke Skywalker enough, and to our eyes, it was TajaDor enough. But this just went the extra Black Series mile. You know what I mean? Like, it's that added precision of new technology that, I mean, I guess technically it's more accurate, but like it's still a toy. Like it's still a concession we have. It's just blurring that line a little more. Also, something that is, I will say, is like one of the better fixes, is that they for the back of the shin, apparently in the first version of it they did for Geo, there was this strut hanging off of the calf that was there for structural integrity. Here they didn't need it as much, and I'm looking closer at it. It seems to be like a separate piece as opposed to one molded part on that calf.
Maybe.
Yeah, but either way, structurally, it's a bit more sound, or not sound, but it allowed for this.
I wonder if that small little spike is also like maybe the difference in the age demographic. Like, oh, we can have more small parts.
That too. Yeah, that might be it as well. Another sort of sharper thing they did was the toe spike, and they actually, again, we wouldn't have known, but they made the shoe a bit more accurate. Everything's sort of like indented in rather than raised on the bottom of the foot, so that's neat. And it is a completely different foot. Like on some of this stuff you could argue, oh yeah, they probably just took the 3D render or the 3D model they had and just like angled those up a little more, but this is like a completely new foot.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie, I love all of it. Like all the upgrades are great. Especially the face. I mean, it's not really an upgrade because it's, you know, different,
right?
But the one thing I think kind of looks better on the Geo version is the wing part on the arm, where like on the Geo one it's not broken up by a sticker, and here it is. But that's mine.
Yeah, in general.
Yeah.
In general, a lot of them have been like, we changed the proportions to make them accurate. Also, we have less pains.
That, you know, like, that's why I wanted to swap mine out. But now they're doing this, it makes it tougher. I don't know what. I mean, obviously I know what I'm going to do. I'm just going to sticker it. But, like,
it's like, now you're really... looking at now you're looking at Decade Armor saying, you're getting replaced.
Well...
Oh, speaking, well, that's
why?
on my mind. I like your idea, Corey, of making the Fane Joker Decade Armor.
Oh, I actually have started that already.
Oh, cool.
Nice.
Yeah. I gotta say, when I was watching the video and you pulled out the Fane Joker figure, I honestly thought you bought that to make a custom Fane trigger.
Me too.
Oh,
I was like, wow, you're actually going for it.
Right.
Oh no, absolutely. Like, I don't put as much stake in that as like I think you two do, because I don't know that I care enough about that form. Like, it's not even like a contender in terms of power scaling for like a final form.
That's fair.
Oh yeah, like for me, it's like, oh, it's cool that the manga finally did something new for form wise.
Right.
But I would just prefer a new combination.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, but like that on top of that, I'd have to pay an entire half of a body if I'm doing the Decade Armor thing. Like, that's just
that's also why
slap some stuff together. Yeah, get some stickers, make a sticker, or actually 3 or 4 stickers.
Yeah, like the face and the words. Yeah. Yeah.
Another thing, something I didn't mention in there, and I do want to mention it here. If you are attempting to do that, you cannot just take the Decade Armor. You need a body. I just had extra bodies, but you need the extra body because it has the torso and the crotch that would allow you to do that. So if you are doing that custom, don't just get those 3. You need all 4.
Does it have to be the regular Decade one, or can it be any Decade Armor?
It can be almost... It can be any Decade Armor, but almost any Decade body. Because I think some of them are painted, like the X-Aid left and right. Those are painted.
Oh, right.
Yeah. So be careful. That's just stuff I learned. I almost didn't have enough because I was like, oh shoot, I can only find my X-Aid crotch, my extra X-Aid one, and that has orange on it. But I found another one, so it's fine.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah.
So
be careful.
Speaking of stickers, that tangent doesn't make sense now. The metal weapon thing that TajaDor has. Boy, that sticker's
the
so
Taja spinner.
Yeah, that thing.
Taja spinner. Honestly, like I feel like these guys just don't smooth down their stickers as well. if they did that, like, and then I'm assuming there's molding underneath, right? Yeah, I'm assuming there's molding underneath.
Yeah.
That'll be what makes me decide whether I want to keep the sticker on or paint it.
That's fair. Yeah.
Fair. It is pretty simple.
But then again, would your paint match the painstakingly paint-matched paint that's already on there?
I will try my best.
All right.
Since it's like a weapon separate from the body, then I can kind of fudge it that way.
Yeah, that's fair. But yeah, let's speed right through this because I know we have some stuff to do soon. So Taja Spinner looks great. Let's talk about that helmet. This is technically like, it's always really interesting to get like, oh hey, this is pre-production, and then this is what we're doing in production.
Yeah.
Because we got some side-by-sides of some prototype helmets that still look pretty fantastic. Things they wanted to note here were that obviously the face, they were trying so hard to make this happen. They went with a clear PVC painted red, and then painted a clear red, and then red on top of that for the trim. And they said this had the added effect of every PVC thing in this set was going to be molded in clear, I believe. That's something they noted.
Interesting.
But they said, what was it? They said it was a very heavy choice because I could not compromise. So it's just another one of those things where like, hey, we need to go the extra mile because that's what we're all about. And they did it. Like, they didn't have to, but they did it.
I think the one that the one with the red text is like the one we're getting, right? I would assume so.
Yes. Yeah, I assume so, yeah.
I feel like that's more accurate, the way that the clear red is reacting to the face.
Yeah, and on top of that, it was they were talking about how they added silver to the eyebrows in the production one, and then if you look down at the other red text, that's the one with the silver eyebrows. And also, that honestly, that plastic does not look sort of as polished as it normally does. I know they don't do a polishing pass on the O's one specifically, but you know, you gotta do a little bit. By comparison,
The pre-production definitely looks rough, but the production one that we are getting, that looks good.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, there's just a lot of thought, effort, and work that went into this. So when you're playing with them, please keep that in mind. This is amazing and so very interesting. Hey, stickers.
Yay.
So heartbreak.
Is it? Like, I mean, Soto is just, you always have to do stickers. They said that they were doing their best to find that balance between shiny enough and too shiny, because like, if they know the figure or the in-suit model itself is very shiny, but if you make the stickers too shiny, that makes the figure look too toyish. Yeah, it gives it too much of a toy feeling.
Right. So
they think they hit the right balance of it. In these images, I gotta say, the stickers don't look... I hope they hit when I see it in hand. But as of the images, it does look like, oh, hey, stickers on a toy. But I hope, like I said, I hope it looks better in hand.
Right. I mean, there's still like plenty of months before these come out, so.
Yeah. And on top of that, I definitely appreciate the effort, and that's just not something on my mind. And just another consideration they put into it. Just another unsung thing that they do, and I'm really glad they told us about it. And now we are informed.
Mm-hmm. Also, I guess it's also worth noting that I'm looking through the photos now. Instead of the usual splayed open hands, it's a little bit more like fingers closed together hands.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
To
yeah,
give
that's
them
true.
a little bit more of a flight kind of look.
Yes.
Oh, yeah,
yes,
yeah.
yes. Hey, there's also another option sticker for a broken Taka medal.
I like
Heartbreak.
That's what you meant by heartbreak.
Yes.
In some of these images, I can tell that there are details on the medals.
Oh yeah.
And same with like my actual figures, I can tell that there are details, but pictures just head on of these stickers, it doesn't look like there are any like those etched in the engraved details.
Yeah,
in the sticker.
Yeah, I think seeing the Taja spinner, that's what it was called. Seeing that sticker kind of made me realize, oh yeah, these are kind of almost like lineless colors.
I mean, on the Taja spinner, I was able to see a few more lines. I just think it might be the resolution of the thing, so don't let that deter. Yeah, I can see a little bit of etching in that sticker, and there's like a gold little flick. Yeah. So yeah, I do wonder how far into production these stickers are, if these are like pre-production stickers. Because that would be neat. So yeah, broken Taka medal, and I won't spoil those for you, so that's there for a reason.
The movie special set is another form of heartbreak.
Yeah.
But they look so good.
It looks so good,
Yes.
and I'm so glad. Yo, I was able to pre-order these finally through a middleman that my friend hooked me up with. So
yeah, you can display it next to the figure that you don't want to do anything with.
Look, the people in the Discord have consoled me about that. Well, we can talk about it later. I know, Josh, you have to leave like very soon, so we'll just breeze right through the rest of this news, and then you can excuse yourself. I'd rather eat meat. But yeah, the wings look fantastic. They wanted to show them off here, and I wonder if they are PVC, or they could just be solid plastic. And then also they showed off the... Huh?
You said the wings?
Yeah, I wonder if they're PVC.
I feel like they're solid plastic.
Yeah, but like there's a lot of other PVC that had to be in clear plastic, and that might...
I just assumed that they would
be
how the Cyclone Joker Gold Extreme wings are.
Yeah, I mean, I assumed that initially as well, but like...
But I mean, I
don't know.
How it could be a translucent PVC, yeah.
Right, and when they were talking about the set, I kind of remember all the parts being in PVC, all the extra movie special set parts. Okay, that makes sense. Of them being in PVC, and like maybe the wings are what made them the clear PVC instead of regular. Like I was always wondering why it was in clear, but anyway,
I guess it does make sense.
Yeah, this looks great. So, that's it for this week in news. Next week, we're going to be getting more AI06 and then more Soto Chronicle.
Which I got to imagine is going to be Geo's stuff, because I can't think of what 01 figure they're going to do.
No, I know. I mean, I can think of plenty, but
Well, I mean, yeah, I can think of ones that they should be doing, but don't know if they'll get there yet.
Yeah.
I always like to like give a little shout out to the Progrise keys, because they're technically candy toys. This time I think it is worth noting, just because, hey, now we got some quote unquote exclusives. like Assault Wolf, which is just like a normal key, and
Yes.
Amazing Caucasus, which is also a normal key.
Oh.
It's like they specifically call them out as Sound Progress Key version.
Yeah.
So who won the Amazing Caucasus? Anyway, these
Wow, that was bad.
these keys look great. Huh?
That was a bad joke.
Thank you.
A great magic called The Final Hope. The Legend Rider stuff is great, by the way.
Oh, I know.
Are these getting DX releases or?
Yes, these ones. Build and Wizard are.
All the lead writers are getting DX releases just within the next few months.
Not all of them.
Yeah.
And honestly, like these are more compelling as what is it? I guess commemorative anniversary items or like, you know, Legend Rider items than I think the
like the full bottles or something.
Yeah, I like these much better than even the ride watches, just because like I don't know.
I think the ride watches are kind of a special
industrialness.
case though, since that was their whole thing.
I know, yeah, I agree, but like I feel like this sort of fits it just because like Decade had cards and this is like a similar.
No, that's fair. Yeah,
you know.
Yeah, I always like Legend Rider items that kind of go this extra mile with transformations.
Yeah, like the lock seeds.
Yeah. Oh, of course you had one on hand. Hey, yeah, so I believe that's it for the news. And Josh, I realize you have to get going soon, so you can excuse yourself while we do the topic, the show topic.
All right, thank you guys for having me on this week.
Yeah, it is. You know, you are part of this podcast.
Right?
It's not really like you're not a guest.
Also,
you're a co-host.
Thank you, Corey, for editing Soda Sundays this past weekend for me.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Appreciated that.
I did want to note your audio was garbage, and I really had to do a lot of cleanup.
Yeah, I mean, I was filming it with my phone, so you know how it is.
Yeah.
But thank you.
All right. Yeah, no problem. All right, get out of here.
Oh, okay. Goodbye.
Yeah. Good night. All right. So, Malunis.
Yes.
I know you didn't pre-order the Amazon set, did you? The one,
Nope.
The premium Bandai Soto Amazon set. Well, good. You shouldn't have, because I got screwed. In the middle of a birthday party that I was attending. I look at my phone. I got an Amazon alert saying an order was canceled. I'm like, I didn't order anything. Oh, I did order something. I ordered 2 somethings. I ordered a double set, and now I have none.
And then the whole party was canceled.
Yeah. It's actually funny. We went to a pizza place because our friend really likes that place, and then we ended up going to a Denny's because it sucked. But yeah, hey, I got it canceled, and I know someone else in our Discord did as well. Let me check on that. Oh man, we've been pretty active in the Discord, so it is pretty far back. So I apologize if I
humble brag.
Yeah, Blade Raider. He got his canceled as well. But luckily for me, sorry Blade Raider, but I went to Mandarake. I found one that day and I ordered it, and it is being sent to me. So I'm fine for one, but I wanted 2. Either way, this really sucks. And you know, I have been noticing that every time we sort of at Team Rider or any of that stuff, none of our tweets, none of us trying to make a loud noise about Soto have really gained traction. So I am thinking maybe Soto isn't like, you know, big enough here in the West to have any of that notoriety.
See, I thought the opposite was going on here when you said it got canceled. I assumed that, that must mean that so many people were pre-ordering it or something. I don't know how Amazon does that.
I think it's something like not enough people ordered them, so we aren't going to get a bulk stock or whatever from Premium Bandai. Like, we're not going to order that many because we don't have... There's not enough to justify that.
So no one's been able to just, like, ask Team Rider about that?
I have not tweeted at them. I just walked away defeated. But we could, honestly. Like, we could ask them.
Because I could have sworn before that the explanation was that I think someone in the Discord asked about that, and they said, "Yeah, that's us."
Yeah, I know that it was them. That was before Team Rider had a Twitter, so I didn't know. I at this juncture don't know who to like ask about that, but we could. I don't know. We could say something. I'm not sure. I don't know, and I don't know if that's like asking for too much information. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's honestly, to me, it is a bit depressing. Especially since I need to too. But I guess I'll be content with just the one. Yeah, this really sucks.
And I saw from your video that apparently Eternal comes with all the extras you need for displaying all the vests. Harnesses.
That made me pretty happy. Like, it had an extra set of molded in USB memories on the thing.
I didn't even consider that was a possible like thing to screw up.
What do you mean screw up?
As in, like, just giving you an empty harness that you then put stickers onto. Like,
oh yeah,
for some reason I thought that was just going to be the way things are.
Yeah, they didn't. I don't remember them talking about it too thoroughly in the blog, so I didn't know it was coming. Like, it is genuinely awesome to be surprised by something that comes in a Shodo set. I
think because that had not come, that was just announced. I think all they really showed you was promo images.
Right. But this isn't the set that was canceled on me, because this one came from a middleman. Yeah. It was the 2 axles and skull with skull crystal.
Oh, right.
Yeah, or crystal skull, excuse me. Yeah, so that's the one that was canceled. That's the one I got on Mandarake. So sorry to those of you that, got yours canceled. That really sucks. Yeah, it I don't know. Get at Team Rider. Ask them what's up, because genuinely I'd like to know as well. Like, I am afraid that, like, maybe Shodo doesn't have enough pull yet. And that's also another reason why I wanted to make this show and this channel. Some people might ask, oh, what is even the point of a channel dedicated to, like, one obscure toy line? But I argue, 1, it's a lot of fun, and I really want to talk about it every week. And 2, I want there to be coverage of this. If no one starts the conversation, then there's just not a conversation to be had. No one talks about it. And it's like, I think one of my teachers before, like a long time ago, said something like, the squeakiest wheel gets the oil.
Yeah.
And if we're loud enough about something, eventually we'll get the oil. We'll get what we want, So this is my attempt, my earnest attempt. Basically, this channel is my earnest attempt to be the squeakiest wheel, and that, gets stuff here. And I was hoping that, that Amazon listing was, hey, not necessarily anything I did, but a step in the right direction of, hey, people know about Shodo now. People care enough. And I guess they tried it, and maybe it didn't work out. So hopefully sometime soon, we'll get something official.
Get that oil, also known as plastic.
Get that oil. That's right. Get that. I guess you're right. Plastic does come from oil, huh?
It fits.
Wow. It fits. If it fits, it ships. Yeah, so I have plenty of other toys that we could definitely talk about, but we are running a little late. I gotta get some dinner ready for when my family comes home. So I think we will just end it off here. So guys, thanks once again for listening to the Squeaky Wheel podcast. And don't forget, like, comment, subscribe, all that, YouTube stuff that you do. Yeah, keep it juicy.
Juicy oil.
Oh, no. Do not drink oil.
Please do not.
Shodo-x!